This video will show you how to make an MLA formatted document in Google Drive. Feel free to pause the video and replay the video at any time to repeat steps. My favorite way to get to Google Drive is just to click in the address bar, type the letter G, and press Enter. When you see the Sign In button in the upper right, go ahead and click it. You will see the generic Sign In box where you will type in your email address. Press Return, and then type in your password. Be sure not to click on the Stay Signed In box, as other people may be able to get into your work. If you ever arrive at the Google sign-in page and find someone else's account there, you can click Sign In with a different account and then remove those accounts. Click Remove, click the X, and click Done. And then you're back to the generic box. Once I've signed in, I can see an initial in the corner with my H, and then I can click on my Applications tiles and click Drive. All of my items appear, folders on top. I can now go to New, and I can choose New Folder. I can name my folder according to the class or area where I want to save it, and click Create. The folder appears at the top, and from here you can right-click the folder and you can change the color of the folder to make it easier to find. Once you've done that, you can double-click and open the folder and find that it's empty, and then start a new Google Doc. This doc will automatically be saved into this folder. From here you'll begin making the 3 most important changes to your document that are required by MLA. The font must be Times New Roman, the size must be size 12, and the spacing must be double of the page to make it easier to see what you're doing. The heading must be placed in the upper left-hand corner. You'll notice each time I press Return, Google Drive skips a line, making it double-spaced, period. Required because it makes it easier for your teacher to check your work and also to include corrections and comments between the lines. Your heading, which always goes in the upper left-hand corner, includes your name, period, the course, and the date. Your date must be written in this format: day, space, month, space, and the full year. Your title must be centered using the Center Alignment button in the ruler. Do not use the space bar or the tab key to center your title. After clicking back on the left alignment button, each paragraph is indented using the tab key. Do not use the space bar to indent. Remember, as you are typing, only use one space between words. Do not put any spaces before commas or periods, and only put one space after. If you need to correct a spelling error, one way to do it is to right-click or control-click on top of the word, and a menu will appear allowing you to make the change. At some point, you may need to stop working. Google automatically saves your work, but only calls it untitled document. You should give it a better name. You can click on the words Untitled Document in the upper left-hand corner and rename it, but there is another procedure you might find more helpful. I am now going to show you a series of steps you can use to save your work quickly and efficiently. To begin with, drag across or triple-click your title. Press Command-C on a Mac to copy the text. Untitled document changes to your name when you click on it. Add a space, a hyphen, another space, and then press Command-V to paste in your title. Finally, press Enter. MLA documents must have a 1-inch margin all the way around. You don't really need to do anything in Google Drive to make this happen, but you can check to make sure the margins are correct by going to File, Page Setup. Page numbers are required in an MLA document when the document is longer than one page. Here, there is a little bit of work to do. You go to Insert, Page Number, and choose the first choice. A 1 appears in the heading. Next, you'll add your last name only, followed by a space. Then select the text, and because it was not in Times New Roman, you need to change it to Times New Roman, size 12. After that, click before your name and press the return key 2 times. Keep in mind that Google is saving your work all along the way. Did you know you can also voice type in Google Drive? Well, you can, but only using Chrome. This will not work in Firefox or Safari or Internet Explorer. To log out of your Google Drive, just click on your email address in the upper right corner and click Sign Out. Then be sure to close any tabs that are there. Let's talk about accessing your file. Let's say it's later in the day, the next week, or even a year later. Just log into your Google Drive, use your username and password, and then you can access your file from pretty much anywhere in the world. So from here you would go to your tiles and you would click on Drive. Remember, all of this works on mobile devices as well. Okay. There are many ways you can find your file. Obviously, you can open the folder we made before and the file will be in there. double click, and it will reopen. And wherever the insertion point was blinking, that's where it will be when you reopen the file. Another way you can do it, let's close this up, is you can go back to your drive and you can click on Recent. And Recent will show you all of the files in date order with the newest ones on top. And double click it and it will reopen again. Still another way to do this would be to click on it when it's in list view, and it will also come up in a recent order, but it can also come up alphabetically. Still another way you can do this, if you happen to have forgotten the exact title, is type a keyword from the title and Google will search for your file just like a regular Google search, but only in your drive. To print your work, follow these steps. Go to the File menu in Google Drive, down to Print. Do not use the File menu in the Apple or Windows menu bar. Once you've clicked Print, you should get a print dialog box that will allow you to change printers if you need to, and Google Drive will show you all of the available printers. This is a little bit tricky on Chromebooks, but on a Mac or PC, it's pretty straightforward. For more information about MLA format, you can go to henryanker.com. You can click on Learning MLA Format, and there will be a quiz right here. If you want to review the rules of MLA format, click on the Help button, and you'll see prompts here that will tell you about different aspects of MLA format. When you're all finished with the tutorial, you can take a quiz to see how well you remember the rules. Here the question is, in what types of courses is MLA format required? And in fact, it is required in all of those instances. Here's another question. What type of line spacing is required? And now you should know that the answer is double spacing. And then there will be further questions. There is still more to know about MLA format, especially regarding citing your work correctly. Works cited pages are required in all research-based MLA documents. For more information on this, go to the Purdue OWL website and you'll find lots of information about how to correctly create an MLA formatted works cited page. I hope you have found this presentation to be helpful.